I'm Badeaux. Welcome to the Wolfden. I hope you guys come check me out. I'm going to be talking about being a stand-up comedian. That's right, stand-up, and an actor from Los Angeles here for you. It's going to be hot.
I got hella problems. Don't need no shovel, handle dirt with choppers. You get your issues, try killing me. Eliminate all contenders, talk about ending me. Got Glocks and Drakes, some bullets sped out 'em. Yeah, the mortician can't get the lead.
All right, guys, we are back in the Wolfden today, and I'm Nick Sanchez, and we got Austin Bert,
What's up?
Duncan Martin,
What's going on?
and our very special guest, famous comedian Bert, the Mullet King Badeaux, that runs Mullet Time, the show, right?
Yeah, it's Mullet Time comedy.
Mullet Time comedy.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. Thank y'all for having me, dude. I
Thanks for coming on.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
coming
absolutely.
down here.
Been a long
This is
time
like
coming.
my hometown. I'm coming back to the origins over here. I like it, man.
So let's start this one off hot.
All right,
Make
well,
me laugh.
make you laugh. You really gonna pull that out on me over there? Look at he over there pulling out, looking like he's Dr. Seuss selling CDs out the back of a car. Dude, like, look.
Oh, I'm looking from Dr. Seuss. I must know some funny
No,
jokes.
I mean,
I want to hear something funny.
dude, look, nobody's ever walked up to somebody at a doctor's office and say, "Hey, man, heal somebody for me." You know, like,
But they all, but they do.
you can't walk up to a cop and be like, "Hey, man, do something racist right now." Like, you know, you can't walk up and just ask somebody to do their job.
It just
you
can't be
know?
forced, huh?
Yeah, you
Okay,
can't
gotcha.
force it. All those cops do those racist moments in the moment. You know, they aren't naturally thinking about hurting black people. They just happen to do it from time to time, you know?
It's just a normal stand-up.
Oh, man.
You said make you laugh.
That wasn't
All
bad.
right.
That wasn't bad. That was a good start.
Nah, that's my thing, man. Like, you know, people say that all the time. They say, make me laugh, tell me a joke. You know, and my jokes are like, honestly, they come from real life stories. So 90% of what I do on stage is from my real life. Now we heighten it. We highlight certain aspects, but mine, you know, the comics I came up watching are you know, Richard Pryor, Cat Williams, Andrew Dice Clay, Eddie Griffin. These are people that, like, to me, they storytellers. You know, they would tell stuff from their real life and really, like, express that way. So, you know, a lot of my stand-up is so real life that it's kind of like, you know, it requires that connection before you just kind of tell a joke. If I think of just telling a joke, I think of a Badeaux and Thibodaux joke. I don't think of my own
Yeah,
jokes.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like, I think of like my old dad jokes and stuff like
Every
that.
time like somebody does put me on the spot though too, I'm the same way. Like I think of like something that my grandpa told me, like
Yeah.
the binoculars with Badeaux and Thibodaux at the LSU game or something like that. Like, hey Badeaux, give me a Coke. Whenever he's looking through the binoculars, like shit like that.
Oh, I
But,
love that. Dude. It's like my favorite Badeaux and Thibodaux joke when he like, "Hey man, I think Badeaux dead," and he go, "Hey, well the first thing you need to do is make sure he's dead." And there's a beat, pop. All right, now what? You know, I used to love those Badeaux and Thibodaux jokes, man. But like that's what's interesting is I've been around the country too, and every part of the U.S. has their variation of Badeaux and Thibodaux. You know what I mean? Like, they got their own
What it is in,
two
like, New
dumber and
Jersey.
dumber type characters with dad joke things.
What
They
it
just
is in,
don't
like-
call them Badeaux and Thibodaux.
Yeah,
They
like
call them
New Jersey,
Tim and
Tony,
whatever.
Tonio, and
You know? In
I don't know.
California, it's they and them. You know?
That's crazy. Oh, man.
That's Duncan's favorite state.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he got that hair like that. Duncan looked like a gay Q-tip.
Hey, do give me looks down here. I said, do give me looks down here.
Nah, he really does. Like, you look good, dude. Like, You look like the MMA version of like that dude from Scooby Doo. Who's the dude with the blonde hair?
I know are you talking about with the one arm, whatever they
Freddy?
Yeah, he's Freddy, dude.
Freddy.
He's like the MMA version of Freddy. Like if Freddy could fight, that's him, dude. If Freddy, that's why I feel that right there.
Actually, yeah, he would be like
Ohio Scooby Doo.
a mixture of like Freddy and Shaggy together.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh
Because
my
I do
God.
can eat some
You
food
look
too.
like Velma transition, so you fall over there.
And I'm probably fucking Scooby Doo.
No, you a combination of every one of those things that creep him out through the door. Like that's
God damn.
Anyway, so
So welcome back. We have Joe Dirt's special brother, Jim Dirt.
The knockoff version. The knockoff Joe
The
Dirt.
version of Joe Dirt is Jim.
You welcome.
Jim Dirt. We got Jim Dirt in the studio.
I try my best to look like Joe Dirt, make love to the Tiger King. You know?
They had like a retarded step baby or something like that.
I used to tell people all the time I look like I was lost in the wilderness and raised by a pack of Marlboro Reds.
Fuck, you kind of sound like it too. Fuck.
That'll be a smoke through Nick's shirt.
Cut that. Taylor watches it sometimes.
Oh, quit being a pussy. You fucking pussy. Oh my God, that's crazy.
So getting into it a bit, can we hear a bit about your story, how you got started going out to LA, all that?
Yeah, man. So I was here in Louisiana. I just moved from Thibodaux area to New Orleans, and I was doing like, theater stuff. And in Thibodaux, I never did theater or like acting stuff, but in that opportunity, I had the opportunity to do that in New Orleans, so I did. I took advantage of that. And the interesting thing is, I always wanted to, but when you transfer schools, I was playing sports. Like I'm a basketball player. And when you transfer schools, they make you wait out a year before you can play a sport.
This is high school or college?
Like high school.
Okay.
So like I couldn't play a sport. So the media, I was like, I need to do something. And I was like, oh, I can act. Like I've never had the chance to do that. We didn't have that at our school. So I got into acting, and it was the end. I was so addicted to it, man. It's such an addictive thing. I can't even explain the feeling that you get. Being on that stage is so different. And this isn't stand-up. This is just straight acting. And so I really got into it. And I remember I found out about this place in New Orleans that taught acting classes called John Robert Powers.
Before you even get into that,
Yeah.
what's the thing that makes you like love it like that? Like what you addicted to?
It is like, dude, it's like the best high you've ever had in your life, being on that stage. I think stand-up might surpass that. It might be why I've had, because stand-up's so immediate. But there's something so freeing about like becoming someone else and feeling emotions that you haven't felt before, and then like having that portrayed in a way where it affects an audience, where they feel it. Because like think about it, like we forget like that feeling we had when we were kids, and you go watch a movie and you're having a bad day, and suddenly that movie turns your day around, or suddenly you go home and you're envisioning a life that's like bigger than yours, and movies and acting have always like given me that feeling. And once I realized, I was like, wow, like that's a feeling movies always made me feel, and I can make someone else feel that. That's so cool. That's like it's such a beautiful thing to be able to give somebody, that powerful high, so to speak, of whether it's escape, whether it's some people, they need to go into the sadness, some people need to escape it, some people need to laugh, whatever it is, to allow them to have the freedom to go there because of something I did. It feels beautiful, man. I can't explain how good that feeling is, to be able to kind of let go of yourself and be free and open to somebody else's idea.
It's actually, I'm curious now like that you said that, because I mean, like me and Austin, we do stuff, and like we do the podcast, obviously. So, but we're not really ever playing like any characters, so to say, right?
Yeah.
We kind of like just being ourselves, and like, yeah, obviously we'll say some outlandish things here and there, you know, just to try to catch some attention or whatever the case. But a lot of times, like, we being ourselves. But whenever I'm like going and looking at movies and stuff like that, like on Netflix, I'm looking for things like you saying, like, depending on what type of mood I'm in. Like, sometimes I might be going for action because I just want to see some badass shit or whatever.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I'll watch, like, I don't know, like a business movie, like The Big Short or something, because it just pumps me up.
It
Like,
gets you motivated.
Yeah,
It makes
yeah,
you
yeah.
want to do more things that like gets your creative brain going in different ways. And like movies can do that, like, because our brain, like if you looked in science, like our brain, we don't use all of our brain, and it's got all these different parts of it, right? It's got like creative side, it's got a business side, it's got like our angry side, it's got a romantic side, it's got fear, and a movie can activate those different parts of your brain in a way that is safe, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, you can feel fear in a safe environment. You know, like, a very big difference of feeling fear in that movie theater than it is, actually be out and, like, somebody got a gun in your face.
well, that's actually very interesting that you bring that point up, because, like, think about, like, all the women. I'm pretty sure, didn't you say, like, your wife, she likes those crime documentaries and things like that? Or yeah. So think about that though. How many like I'm just thinking females right now, because I know that's a big popular thing that a lot of females like to watch, these like crazy crime,
true crime.
yeah, like true
I love
crime
true
and shit.
crime. I love true
But
crime.
like that's what I'm saying though. Like, you get to feel that fear, but like in a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting how you said that. Like, it kind of plays like on the psychology of somebody, like in
It is.
how they like just what they do and how they choose to whatever they watching, I guess you could say.
Well, yeah, because we all have like our things that we like, and it's a way for us to all express and like reach out those things. Like we were talking about it earlier, like like he likes anime. Like, where else can you do that? Where else can you have that experience where you feel like you're in a cartoon, and feel like you're in this other world, and that like
Probably kindergarten.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're wrong.
I'm sorry.
Look, hey, but
No,
like,
no, that's okay.
I'm gonna be.
I get paid money to be a big kid, to be a kindergartner for the rest of my life.
Well, I'm gonna be.
That is what I get paid to do.
I'm gonna be the what you call that, the non-agreeing person on this. So like, I'm not into the anime. Like, I think they completely destroyed the new Avatar with the new animation that they put into it and took it away, the 2D animation. I like that world.
You talking about the one with fire?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
New one?
Yeah, like the
I
Avatar
haven't
last.
seen the last one.
So
I saw the water
movie,
one. I saw the one before.
So they made a movie just now.
The one
and
that
it's-
just leaked.
Yeah, they leaked the movie. Well, they upgraded the animations from being like 2D animations to like, I don't know what you call it, whatever.
Like a
the-
weird 2D, 3D combination.
Yeah, and it just off puts me. Like, it looks freaky and it looks weird, and I like that cartoon aspect that it gave with the 2D animation.
Yeah, so
it
you're
completely
saying it's
ruined
like they doing that thing where like it looked like people were cartoons.
No, but it looks
Like,
too real.
Like it's but they cartoon versions of people.
Correct.
Kind of like, I don't know if y'all remember that, but they did a movie with Angelina Jolie called like The World of Tomorrow back in the day, and it was
Oh, I
like
remember that.
animated action movie, but it was people, but they were supposed to be cartoons. And you almost couldn't tell if they were a cartoon or a person.
But it
It was
looks freaky.
confusing as hell to me.
And it looks
I
freaky?
didn't like it
It's
at
that
all. Yeah,
uncanny valley
you can't
feeling.
masturbate to that. That's weird. That's weird as hell, man. You ever try to do that? Trust me. Go home. Try it. You ain't gonna do it. It's so weird.
I don't think my first thought either is like, let me go look at the movie collection and see what I can find in here.
You haven't seen enough Disney moms, dude.
The Incredibles? I heard the mom on that. Boy.
I'm saying, when they make the live action of Incredibles, whoo-wee,
What is with Disney and doing that? Every time they got a mom on Disney, they're always thick as shit.
Oh, dude, is that or they always, like, even from the 90s, that was a big thing. They would put, the little hidden messages in there for the adults also to enjoy. So, like, if you're a kid and it pans up, like in The Lion King, and you just see the camera pan up and it's just clouds, you just seeing clouds, but the parents are seeing sex written out in the
Yeah.
cloud.
I remember that one,
yeah,
yeah.
so there was just things in the movie just to give the parents, I guess, just like, hey, but as
I
Tom,
don't think that had anything to do with parents. I think that was
No.
a pervert. That was like, I'm gonna put sex in here. There wasn't somebody that was at
you know what
Disney
that
and
is?
they were
That-
like, hey man, you know what the parents are really gonna
Well,
like?
No, you know what that is? That's a disgruntled employee and saying, fuck this company. I'm tired of working for them for free.
those animators.
I'm going to put some shit in this movie.
maybe, but like, it's just too much.
That's when
That's
it
a
was.
disgruntled employee. I don't think that's for the parents.
That's when it was hand drawn, and you're drawing the same thing 50,000 fucking times. And eventually, you just got to throw something in there just to make it funny.
But like, I don't know, it's just a bunch of different things that they did that. Well, the only reason I say that though is because as like time progressed and you watching these kids movies, go watch a kids movie today that they just let out. Shit, I think it was like something with the animals, Zootopia 2 or something like that just came out. Funny as fuck, like great movie. Me and Taylor watched it. We don't even have no kids, but there was so many jokes that a kid wouldn't understand that
Right
only,
over their heads.
Yeah, that only an adult would understand. So I was assuming they was probably doing that back in the day for the same reason.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
I mean, we grew up in a different era too. Like it's changed so much. That's like an interesting thing about our era that we grew up in. Like we talk about like from internet to all that. Like we've watched, internet be created and change in so many ways. And we've also gone through like we're in the era where it's like we've gone through PC culture. We've gone through the reverse of PC culture. Like I was watching old wrestling clips and I was like, dude, you can't even say some of this. And this was PG-13, like on cable TV stuff that if they played now, they would be like, this is rated NA. They would be freaking the hell out. Like it's crazy. Mark Henry, a big black dude, banged an 80-year-old woman and she birthed a hand on TV.
What?
On TV. That's the thing that happened. I forgot about it. I was like, that's not a real thing. I looked it up. Sure as hell it is. Sure as hell is, dude. Go watch Bill and Ted again. Yeah, watch Bill and Ted?
Dude, yes.
Oh, dude, yeah. Dude, I mean, they're high five and say the word F-A-G. Real, like it's cool. They're like, and I was like, dude, they just did that. But that's how we used to talk. That was like a different era. And we've been from that era all the way to where we are now. It's changed like 4 or 5 times. It's fascinating. I don't even know if other eras have had so many changes as we've had.
And
Do you know what I mean?
No, they haven't. I think it's honestly all the changes and shit.
Yeah, but it's accelerated because I'm talking access.
I'm talking about made people soft. Like as far as the movie industry, like the new scary movie that just came out.
I just went to watch it yesterday.
I heard nothing but complaints. Like that it was dog ass shit. They was playing around the jokes and stuff.
Oh, it was a terrible movie, but I loved it. It was a terrible movie. Look, I'm sorry, Wayans Brothers. You made a terrible movie, but it was great to watch. I loved every minute of that terrible piece of dump.
Like just some of the...
Was it terrible like all the other ones were? Or?
The other ones were pretty damn good. The other ones, the first scary movie, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no.
The
The
first
few
scary
ones-
movie was on point, dude.
Which one was the one with the ring?
This one was like we
That's
don't
the
have a
third.
storyline and we don't care.
No, that was
like
three.
and they
No, that
talk
wasn't the
about
first
it
one.
in the movie.
Third, yeah.
They say like 5 seconds into the movie, we don't have a storyline and we don't care. And like they make a joke. Yeah, we're gonna be a bunch of celebrity drop-ins and this is that. We need money. And like say it in the beginning of the movie. I was like, all right, well, I support your terrible movie, but it was. I mean, my mom watched it. She's 80-something years old, and she walked out of that movie theater loving it.
Well,
She didn't remember it after, but
She didn't remember much at all.
That's
but-
what I would assume. It would be like really old people or really young people that would probably like it. But if you're in the middle and you kind of have any type of consensus of what the fuck is going on, you're probably like, what the fuck is this stupid woke bullshit? If we're being honest. Cause
Yeah, but you know what?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. They got some good jokes in there that are great jokes, and they're brilliant writing. The problem is what they decided to do was go, we're not gonna make this make sense. Do you know what I mean? Like they could have. They had the ability to go, we're gonna make a legit movie. We are funny comics. We are funny writers. And they went, no.
But I
We're
think
gonna
that's
make
kind of
this a
funny to that
sketch show.
aspect too, on that part, because I mean, maybe that's part of their whole point of the joke was, hey,
That's
this
all
one
they tell you right off the
Well,
bat.
yeah.
That this ain't gonna make sense, and this ain't
Well,
got a
look.
storyline. This is a lot of drop-ins, and it's edited like sketches. Like
Yeah.
it just jumps from
Almost like
sketch
movie
to sketch.
43.
Yeah, like movie 40. It does exactly like that.
That
where it just
movie
jumps from
43
thing to
was a
thing.
classic though. That was funny as fuck.
The concept was good, and the balls on the chin I'll never forget. The balls on the chin
That one,
was so
I
good.
think that one was even a little much. I like the part whenever he was like,
I love the balls on the chin. I
the
ain't
son,
gonna lie.
no, the son that the homeschool son.
Yeah.
that one was like gravy. But I don't know. I just heard nothing but bad things. Like I probably ain't gonna go.
I don't think
watch it.
people understand comedy like back in the day. Because look, you see too many people, and I always, well, just recently I watched the Kevin Hart roast. I thought it was pretty great.
Oh, that was funny. as
Look,
shit.
they had some good points, and look, obviously they get wild. Okay,
I thought Kevin Hart roast was great too.
they say some pretty
See,
outlandish shit.
I only thought
Shane
like two.
Gillis.
But
Had
look,
me
but
pissing
yeah,
myself.
and listen,
I think it was only 2 or 3 good
Well,
parts.
no, but the crazy part is, look, everybody's there shitting on each other, and they understand that for the comedy aspect. Okay, it's all comedy, it's understood. But then you watch some of these like TikTok, comedians or people on stage, and they show their clips, and then you get these hecklers in the crowd, and I'm sure you've had to deal with that, and you can kind of get into that after, but it always blows my mind that these hecklers like, oh, I can't believe you said that, or that's racist, or this, blah, blah. It's like, it's a joke. Like, why did you pay to go to the comedy
These
show
people-
and they
this
get
is what people
offended?
know. These people also, they're friends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they know what they signed up for,
So-
and we judge them as if they're doing mean things to each other. When they went into the room, they practiced this stuff together, and they're like, "Yeah, you could say that to me."
Well,
they know what's going on.
So they had a podcast clip that came out, and I thought Kill Tony was like the funniest bit by far for the Kevin Hart roast.
Well, Chelsea and Tony are two different things that they shouldn't have put together in the room.
Well, my thing was the one before that Tony did the Tom Brady roast. All right, well, Tony said some shit on that one that about Tom Brady's ex-wife or something like that, or I don't know if it was about an ex-wife or something along the lines where like Tom Brady wasn't expecting this joke, and he looked back at like Kill Tony and was like, "Yeah, I'll put this size shoe up your fucking ass" or something like that. He got pissed off, and so Kill Tony was like, I stepped back and I was like, "Oh fuck, what do I do in this situation?" Like, and he was
Dude,
like, he really did.
Chill out,
Yeah.
bro. Like people need to relax. That's what you're roasting people. That's what roasting is.
I thought it was kind of funny when they brought out
Yeah.
Cat Williams. That's kind of funny. I didn't think
Do
you were
they
gonna
not
show
really
up.
like each other?
They got
Chelsea and
beef.
Tony.
No, Cat Williams. Yeah, they got
and-
beef. But
and
I
who?
mean,
And
and
Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart. Yeah, they got their own beef.
I didn't realize
They
that.
got their own beef from what I know. But I mean, I think that they are two very different comics. You know what I mean? And like, I'm not gonna. I should tread lightly on what I say about Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is a genius of a comic.
I don't think he's that
But
funny on stage.
At the same
Oh, see,
time,
I disagree.
Cat Williams is, to me, a very, you have to understand, Cat Williams writes his own jokes. Kevin don't.
Yeah.
And nothing against Kevin, and when he started, he did, but he don't no more. And he could act like he did, but I've been in those comedy clubs, and I've seen the 13, 14, 15 writers Kevin has. You know what I mean? I had to go and move to a different green room because Kevin's writers wanted the green room. So I had to sit for my show in a different room. Like, no. Like, but I understand that those two have respect for each other, but I also understand that, like, hey, man, maybe one of them doesn't like the other because they work their butt off a little bit harder while the other one gets a lot more love when they ain't working as hard.
I think that's what it is too. Like you're saying, Cat's just a genuinely
Cat's
funny.
getting some love
Yeah,
because of
just-
the whole Joe Rogan podcast because he's smart enough to be like, hey, man, these might be my people right now, but if they got my back, I'm going to jump on this roller coaster and see where it'll take me. Hell yeah, because I think Cat Williams is one of the funniest comics in the world.
Oh yeah.
I do. I think he's one of the funniest comics in the world. And he might be the funniest person on this planet living right now.
He's one of the only comics I watched the full stand up.
100%. Dude, every day I'm hustling, I can watch that all the time, dude. How many comics sit there and make you laugh without talking? You know, that man just played music and just did it. Physical comedy. The dude's a genius, and his stories are legit. And every time you go see him, it's different, man. And that's hard to do. That's that's fearless. You know, that's like, you don't realize it, but like, there's so many stories I've seen of Cat Williams bombing because he's willing to do a different show than he's never done before. He's willing to take risks that other people aren't willing to take. You ain't gonna see Kevin Hart go out and rip some stuff off the side of his head. No, it ain't gonna happen. But Cat Williams could do it without hesitation because he's gonna be like, I got here and I saw a bunch of people who were at my show last night, so I ain't gonna do the same jokes.
So with that being said, is that where you kind of take your inspiration from how you do your shows?
I absolutely try to, man. Absolutely try to. I mean, I think I'm at a stage in my life where I try to make sure I open and close with something that's a banger every time. But in between, yeah, I'm trying to mix it up. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to try stuff. I'm mixing up how I say things all the time. The word economy is so important. The way where you place things is so important. And just trying to be present with that audience, giving them what they want. Every audience is different, you know? I mean, it's, you know, I've had so many stories of just weird, you know, I did a show. You have to learn your audience. You have to travel. You have to learn your audience. You can't make assumptions. It's, like, I went to the Orange County. What do you think of when you think of Orange County, when you hear that?
I'm thinking prison.
You think of prison?
In Orange County?
I was gonna say Orange County. What about the show at Orange County? Is that what you're talking about?
Orange is the new black.
No. Orange County's like the conservative.
That's the
it's
OC.
Like the conservative
like
part
MTV's
of
the OC.
California.
That's like white people America. Like, that's like on a beach with blonde girls and all that.
So I was completely
absolutely
all
wrong.
based.
He's your orange. And he's like
wrong.
prison.
Absolutely wrong. And you know,
completely right field.
in my thought,
Look, you're not even in the same
I'm going
stadium.
out to the whitest part of California. This is the whitest part of California, and I didn't notice till I moved out there that's a very Republican part of California. It was a very Republican part. So I get there, and they got me in the OC, and I walk in, and they go, it's all black crowd. And I was like, in Orange County? We got a all black crowd? And it was probably 100 black men and women in there, and I was like, all right, well, this is going to be interesting. I guess this must be the Democratic side of Orange County. You know what I mean? And out comes a Trump joke. Bro, I never seen so many black people turn on me so fast. I was terrified. They were like, don't you make a Trump joke. I'll kill you. I'll kill you, white boy. I was like, dude, they were pro-Trump all the way. And they were ready to throw down. And I was like, I didn't know my crowd. You know, I had to learn from that experience. Like, I got to get to know every area is different. You have to be able to work off those people and know what they want. And it just caught me completely off guard. And it was a big learning experience for me where I got to like learn, like, all right, like, you know, everybody's different. And not only that, but like, just because people are in an area that they are or the color of skin does not mean they think the way that we think they think.
How did you navigate that? Like, once they said,
You're like, this kid I hated too. Fuck him.
Fuck that blonde hair. You know what's funny? Is that, so after I did that show.
I'm just joking. I hate this stupid fucker too.
I'm not gonna lie. So
No, he said they liked it.
my joke now,
Oh yeah, I like him
my
too.
joke now is got a Biden joke attached to it. And it's because of that set. Because I did a Trump joke and they were gonna kill me. Like, I'm not joking. They were gonna kill me. And I was like, I need to get them back on my side right away. So I was just like immediately like, hey man, this is where this joke came from, was that where it was like, hey man, look, I like to make things equal. I get it. I heard your butt cheeks pucker. I heard it. I felt it. Y'all can feel the tension in the room. I want you to know I'm not one-sided on anything. I make fun of everything. And so that's when the Biden joke that I added where I said, look, I I want to make it even, so usually I do a Biden joke right there. But just like Biden, I forgot what to say. So I did that joke, and that's where I learned. I was like, oh, I gotta have like equality. I can make fun of one thing as long as I'm willing to make fun of the other, and let them know I'm not picking on something. I'm making a joke. I'm making fun of the whole thing, not one portion of it.
It's almost like if you make fun of the paraplegic, you gotta make fun of the wheelchair person too,
You gotta
right?
make fun of that's the same thing. What are you talking about?
Oh my God! Yeah, see, I told you it's not gonna be hard. It's not gonna be hard. He just said the same thing in 2 different words.
You gotta make fun of the person in a wheelchair too. You know, yeah, somebody who's in a wheelchair.
One just
you also gotta
identifies.
make fun of someone that can't walk.
One
Yeah, I don't
identifies.
normally eat ground beef, but I love hamburgers.
One identifies as another way, you know. So I just want to make sure I have the terms correct. You know, I don't want to offend nobody.
You didn't have the terms correct, but we get there. I mean, but yeah, man, you know, you learn from all those experiences.
So that's
man.
where Pierre Part's on the map, by the way.
Why you gotta bring that into it?
Yeah,
What does that have to do with anything?
Dude, he gonna get offended. Don't diss on PP Town. He gets upset.
All I'm saying is, what does being from Pierre Part have to do with that?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just kind of trying to explain. I don't know. That's
It's like they got a fucking shit in the water that's just like, oh, this gonna make this population dumb as fuck.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, we didn't say none of that.
That dude here, like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, they got some healthy people in Pierre Part, actually, believe it or not.
bro. We're not talking about Pierre Part as a whole. We're talking about you.
Oh, I mean, he just yeah.
Oh my god.
He's saying that with a Bell River hat on.
You just reminded me of you reminded me of that dude from Entourage. You know
my
what
God.
I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about? What's his like younger brother in Entourage? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he always like, oh, come on, Vinny.
I haven't watched the full, but I think I know who you're talking about.
You gotta go watch some Entourage.
No,
you got Entourage vibes all
Well,
over you.
I've been wanting to watch it.
Entourage vibes with that. You got a Hollywood nose. You got a.
He looked like Turtle from Entourage.
That's what I was thinking.
He looked just like
He
Turtle.
looked like Turtle, dude. He looked like Turtle.
Pull it up on the phone so I can see what the fuck they talking about.
Yeah,
and
they
everything.
got Turtle up there. Turtle.
He pull it up on the phone.
You remember that movie though? Master of Disguise?
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't.
man.
Yeah,
You remember that movie?
Yeah.
Not a lot of
I
people
am the
remember that
master
movie.
of disguise. The master of disguise. It's one of my favorite movies.
That's a good movie, dude.
Let me see this.
I
Oh,
love
what you about
that.
to go check it out?
Oh, no, I don't look like that dude.
You look just like that dude.
Yeah, you do.
That dude looks Mexican.
Dude, you look Mexican
not
as shit
Mexican.
sometimes.
I ain't never said I was Mexican.
No,
What's wrong
what-
with being Mexican?
You literally just did.
I said I was Spanish.
You Spanish? You just literally said I'm Spanish. I ain't Mexican.
His last name's Sanchez.
Oh, look.
I'm not
You can't even
Mexican.
make this up.
It's right there.
My ancestors are not from Mexico.
I ain't Mexican. My last name is Sanchez.
We French Canadian, Spanish.
I don't like tacos. I like ground beef with.
I like ground beef in those shells. I hate tacos, but I love ground beef in those shells. You know the shells?
Do you do a lot of crowd work?
I do like to do crowd work. You know, here's the thing. I try my best. I think a lot of comics try to make it happen. They try to force it. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. I don't think there's anything wrong with forcing crowd work. But for me, I don't like that. I think that
Give us an example what you mean by forcing.
like they attack the audience with questions trying to get them to participate and give them that moment that they can post online. You know what I mean?
Kind of like that pretty boy that doing the comics. Like
You
that.
talking
mean
about Matt Rife?
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Rife. Blaustein's doing a bunch of it. I mean, there's a lot of those comics that do it a lot. But, you know, to me, like Blaustein, the thing I love about him, like Michael Blaustein's one of the best, you know, crowd work comics I've ever seen. And I think it's because he just lets a moment happen. And if it doesn't happen, he doesn't go for it. You know, and I think that's the best way to do it. I always I put a spot in my set where I look for it. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But sometimes the crowd doesn't want that. They don't want to talk to you. And if they don't want to talk to you and you spend your time trying to pull that out of it, then that's, you know, to me, that's not art. You're not giving them the show that they paid for. These people paid money to come see you, paid money to come laugh, and they took time out of their day. Some of these people got sitters. You know what I mean? They took time off. They're not going to work tomorrow because they come and see you, and, you know, and then they want to go home and have a good time and have, you know, bang their wife or whatever it is, or their whatever that is.
That's such a crazy mindset to have, though, like that you're self-aware to actually know that, right? Because a lot of, I would feel like artists or creators or musicians, whatever the case, they probably don't think the way that you're thinking right now, like
Maybe
on
not.
a fan base. You know what I mean? Like, as far as the fan base.
Could be true. That could be true.
Oh, I'm just thinking of it like, think about how many artists just canceled the night before a concert or the same day or whatever the case.
Here's the thing. I'll give you this, though, too. Like, I've got a show this Sunday at Howlin' Wolf, right? Now, I didn't know this. I didn't realize it. I got a buddy who was like, hey, come do this show. So I'm like, I'm going to come do this show. I'd love to come do a show in New Orleans. And there's tickets sold and stuff. I mean, this ain't going to be out in time. If it is, and y'all post a promo, then yeah, come to Howlin' Wolf this Sunday, 8 p.m. I'm with Phil Medina. It's going to be awesome. But
If Duncan wants to
also,
put that for you, we can get it.
yeah, let's do it. We'll post it out somewhere.
Make that
Phil
happen.
Medina, Howlin' Wolf, 8 p.m., Bert, Badeaux. Get your tickets. But here's the thing I'll tell you. I didn't know in the time, till he said it, that it's also at the same time as the UFC fight
At the White House.
At the White House. You know what I mean? Which is going to cause some problems. And the reality is, like, some people might go like, hey, like right now, from my knowledge, our show ain't getting canceled. But just to give you an example, if it did get canceled, it might not be the artist canceling. It might be that they didn't pre-sell enough tickets. And if they don't pre-sell enough tickets, a lot of these venues go, do I want to pay my staff?
Yeah, so
And
they just
so-
pulled a plug on it.
They pull the plug. You know what I mean? And it's terrible that we live in a world because, you know, last time I did a show in New Orleans, the venue sat 90 people and I pre-sold 40 and I sold 50 at the door. You know what I mean? 50 tickets at the door. Like, if the venue had decided to pull that because they were like, it's not worth it, that would suck. That means 50 people showed up at that door to buy tickets, but it depends on where you're at. You know, in California, they pre-sale and buy their tickets ahead of time a lot. In other states, they don't. And I've been traveling enough lately to know, like, a lot of these states, especially other states, they do not go online and buy pre-sale. And some of them, you have to, it's a hard combination because, like, you know, I got some family that's coming. They don't know how to buy the tickets online. I had to go, they gave me their credit card. I had to go on the app
Do it
and
for
buy
them.
the tickets for them. They didn't know how to do it. So, and the only reason they bought it online was because I was like, it looks better for us. Because otherwise they would have bought it at the door because they didn't know how to do it. And then people have to remember that, like, it's a hard balance. The club needs to decide whether or not they're going to pay their people. And at the same time, there are people that aren't going to buy tickets till they get to the door because they don't know how to work this stuff.
Well, this is a good one for you, and I'm gonna backtrack a little bit, just only because you brought it up, and I'm gonna see what your opinion on it is. And I'm not trying to like really get political or anything,
No,
but
go
how do
ahead.
you
Here
feel?
comes the
No,
political
no,
shit.
it's not political. It's not really. It's really not. So like, how do you feel about the White House with the fights going on this week? How do you like actually feel about that?
I think it's cool as hell.
Why though?
I think it's cool as hell. I think Trump's an idiot. I think, look, y'all can say what y'all want. I don't care. I think Trump's an idiot. But do I think this is kind of cool? Yeah. I think it's kind of cool.
I think
that it's weird.
yes,
I think that is very bizarre.
yes.
I don't understand how they're doing the crowd and what it is. And I think it's a pure gimmick for money.
Which it should.
However, yeah, I want to watch somebody knock someone out in front of the White House. I do. I kind of do. But do I think it's really stupid? Absolutely. But I also think like, hey man, as long as you don't do this, as long as this doesn't become a thing, you know what I mean? Like if it becomes a thing then I'm gonna be pissed.
Is
then I'm gonna be like, dude, what the hell? You're turning our capital into a joke.
Well,
that would piss me off.
It's some
But
type
if
of
you're
like,
doing
what
a
you call that?
one-off, I'm fine with it. But you do this again, I won't lie. I'll be pissed because I'm like, our country's not a joke. And I really feel that way. Don't turn this freaking nation into a joke, man. We're the most powerful country in the world. And that's the way I feel. And sometimes this dude turns us into a joke. And I think that's what pisses me off the most about this dude.
Well, isn't it like the anniversary or something? And that's why they're saying that they're doing it for this, or like the 250th anniversary or 250th fight or something like that? Or
250 years of America.
okay,
yeah.
well, my thing about it is,
So it is a one-off. Yeah.
So my thing about it is, I just don't believe the government should be getting involved with entertaining its citizens. So
Until they go 251 years.
no, well, I'm just like,
year.
the government is here
I
to
agree.
protect us and to.
They are distracted from protecting us.
Yes.
They are not doing that. They are making money off of us. And on top of it, yeah,
They're
that's
using the
not
tax
their
dollars.
job.
They're using the tax
using
dollars to do this
our
shit.
tax dollars to put on a show. So all of that's true, and all of that pisses me off. Like I said, the only thing I think cool about it is I want to see someone get knocked out in front of the White
lawn,
House.
yeah.
I think that sounds cool. But yeah, do I think in the end, like, if you got that deep, yeah, man. I mean, but what am I gonna do about it? You know what I mean? What am I gonna do about
For
it?
me,
make
it's
jokes about it.
every
I'm gonna make jokes about it. And I said the same thing when Trump got reelected. I was like, I got 4 more years of Trump jokes. You know, I got about another year before this fun Trump joke I've been doing is no longer usable.
Grab him by the pussy.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you some ammunition you can start putting in your joke. Ask this guy what he thinks about vasectomies.
About the
No,
what?
no, no.
No, you're gonna love this. You're gonna
What
love
word
this.
did you say? The what?
I'm telling you, it's worth the while.
But wait, the what word?
A
did you-
vasectomy.
Vasectomy.
A vasectomy?
Yeah, getting your nuts clipped. Ask him. I'm telling you, you're gonna.
What made you think of that?
Just.
Hey,
No, trust me.
What
Trust-
about this conversation?
Oh,
made
trust
you
me.
go
No,
like, hey, man.
because you're talking.
Ask this dude what he
You're
thinks
talking
about
about
balls.
no. We're talking about shit that doesn't make
balls.
sense. Shit that doesn't make sense. Trust me.
Tell me what you think about a vasectomy, man. What's your opinion on a
Make sure that the
vasectomy?
things don't clip this because we already have a bunch of clips of
No,
this
no,
shit.
no, no, no,
How
no.
about this?
No,
Give
this
me
is gonna
the
be the best. No,
PowerPoint. Give me the PowerPoint version of the testicles. You know,
All right. No, go tell him, bro.
Wait, what you mean?
like the quick version.
All right, so the quick version.
Like
The quick version is one. It's a man's fucking destiny to be put on this earth to repopulate. Like that's the number one driven goal of humans.
Okay,
is it not?
that's not the quick version.
No,
Get to the-
I'm just
yeah.
giving a quick version.
I mean, that's your opinion.
And
Yeah,
One of them.
and
that's your opinion.
Huh?
And-
what's the next part?
What you mean?
What you mean? Wasn't it? You know what I mean? What's the
And then
So it's to repopulate the earth and then fucking just whenever you can make babies and shit. You got that
bro, we all know how it works.
So-
Get to this vasectomy part, dog.
if you clip your nuts and you can no longer have babies or nothing, first off, on the mentality aspect, it's like, oh, you lose that drive of, all right, now what's the purpose now? Like, you almost lose purpose of what's the reason you're
Yeah,
on
I
this.
mean, I don't want nobody clipping my nuts. I ain't gonna lie, but
and then
keep going.
number two, it lowers your testosterone
It does.
by a lot. And then by 3, where
I
does
think you're pissing off God. You hear that?
where do you think that all this extra nut that you get that makes where do you think that goes?
Oh, here we go. There you go, bro. There it is. So just to give you some more story, he thinks it goes to your heart.
No, I don't think it goes straight to your heart.
The extra
think-
nut goes.
He thinks your heart. He
It
thinks,
goes to your heart.
he
No.
thinks your heart gets backed up
Congestion,
with
heart
I
nuts.
don't think that. They said that shit. No, they said that motherfuckers brought that shit up. I just said, no, listen.
So wait, I told him,
I
listen.
told him that you got a 20% higher chance of cardiovascular disease
Excuse me,
and
sir.
any other
you got-
diseases.
You got your arteries are filled with cum.
Well, listen. So I told him, I was like,
we
well,
gotta get this nurse in here to suck the cum out your arteries.
Somebody
listen,
cream pie
he
your
told
aorta.
me the other day, he's like, well, would you ever do it? I'm like, well, not after that story, because, I mean, dude, the cholesterol runs in my family pretty hard. So I'm like, can you imagine semen and cholesterol? That's got to be like spray foam in an attic.
I don't know, dude.
I mean, what do we, bro, like, I told
Everybody
you.
likes to laugh and shit about
No.
it, but everybody's on the same page as me as I'm definitely not getting my nuts. You not getting your nuts clipped? You not getting your nuts
Yeah,
clipped?
but
Y'all both agree?
not because I think it's going to my heart.
But because of everything else, though.
Yeah, dude, you gotta watch out for that cum going to your heart, dude.
It's
Cardi.
cardio.
I'm not getting my nuts
Stop
clipped.
blowing.
I don't have my phone on me.
Stop blowing so many McDonald's clowns. You're getting too much cum in your heart.
You're lucky I got my phone on me. But it's just a 20% increase of cardiovascular disease.
He thinks you're gonna
Yeah,
get.
you can have it your way.
So listen, hey, so
He thinks you're gonna get
another funny part, we
crusties.
had a urologist on here basically told him that's not true. And
he still believes it.
So you had to bring in a doctor. What, you needed proof from somebody else that there wasn't a bunch of cum in the arteries of our heart?
I don't believe everything that the doctors are getting taught are the right
Bro,
thing.
No,
he-
what do you think?
He,
Like, you
he
think
brought
some-
in that dried,
if
crusty
somebody
sock and said that's what
gives
your
you,
aorta looks like.
freaking mouth to mouth, and they're doing therapy. You think what? The cum come back up the?
You know what they say? Well,
no,
wait.
he didn't swallow.
The cum literally goes and it gets absorbed into your bloodstream. What happens whenever it gets absorbed into your bloodstream?
It makes your
you have a
skin real
higher
nice.
risk of cardiovascular diseases and all this other shit. That's all I was saying. And then they just brought it to this.
Dude, I'm telling you, about to have buku jokes, my guy.
Yeah, dude, I'm already in my head. It's already sticking
I
there.
told you it's worth it.
It's sticky as hell. There's so much cum in my head now. It's just sticky. I'm gonna have to, yeah, dude. I should have wore a condom over my head before I had this conversation. My God, dude. Oh, that's so funny to me. Oh.
All right, how about this one?
Oh my God.
That's why that does something
What are you
wrong.
gonna follow that up with?
What you think about your other cousin kissing dudes on TV?
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
My
Oh,
other
Graham.
cousin kissing dude.
Graham.
That's crazy.
Graham kissing dudes on TV.
What a question.
So,
You went
wait.
from cum in the arteries of your heart to what you think about your cousin
Yeah,
kissing
fuck
dudes
Duncan,
on
dude.
TV?
Duncan's trying to fuck.
What a
Duncan,
transition.
Duncan, let me ask you a
Oh my
question.
God.
Wait.
Would
For
you kiss a dude on
Man,
TV?
hold up.
if they paid enough for
Yeah.
context,
But how much? How much?
Bro, I got sucked
$20
a dick on
is
TV.
$20,
Paid
man.
Enough, dude.
for context,
Brad
wait.
Pitts.
For context to the audience, my brother's an actor, and
He's got to explain it.
he played
That's crazy.
he played a gay character on TV for like what 6-7 years,
Yeah,
something
and
like that.
His arteries are filled
And he's
with cum.
straight,
They
and
got
now
all
his arteries are filled with cum.
in his brother's
Can
arteries.
you imagine? He's got to explain it.
Because they're like, "Who's his cousin? Who the fuck you talking about?"
I don't think y'all mentioned that y'all are cousins.
That mean,
bro.
yeah, Bear's.
Oh, Bear's like,
my
fuck,
cousin.
no, I'm not cousins with these
Like,
homos.
Bear's like,
Bear's like, I don't know these homos.
Bear's like, Duncan's been kissing dudes on the podcast.
Oh my
No,
god.
look, man, look.
Fuck.
I ain't got no
Matter of fact,
hatred.
Bear's like, Duncan, you need to find I gotta get another ride
I ain't got
home.
no hatred for him.
That's the
kissing up.
Wolfden After Dark.
Honestly,
Subscribe to our
If
Patreon.
somebody were ballsy enough out there that's listening to this podcast was like, hey, man, you know what? I'm going to make a movie about two gay dudes with mullets kissing each other, and they had a good storyline to it. I'm in. All right, you want to get me and Theo Vaughn making out, and you pay us enough money? I'm in. I don't give a damn. I'll kiss Uncle Laser. I don't give a goddamn. I ain't scared of that. Sal Trullo, let's go.
But what would the price be? Because like I was saying, like it.
$20 is $20, man.
25 racks for a peck.
Yeah, I mean, 25 racks for a peck.
Every peck.
I mean,
25 racks minimum.
I don't think it would have
Minimum.
to be that much. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, I like my job, and it would have to.
I love my job.
It would have to be a good script. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's a good script and it makes sense.
Like Brokeback Mountain?
Like, if it's just porn, then no, you're going to have to pay me more than 25 racks. Because I don't do porn. You know? My arteries don't have enough space to fill up with enough cum inside my chesticles over here. So
Well, if you're doing gay porn, you don't have to worry about impregnating nobody, so you don't have to clip your nuts in the first place.
yeah, but look, if I'd say this, like it's all to me like a show is all about like the characters and like what that theme of that show is. What are they exploring in that show? And every show like explores something different. And I mean, the reality is like, as long as it's got a good storyline, then, you know, like, I'll be honest, Brokeback Mountain, dude, that would be a hard movie for me to do. And here's
You watched it? You watched it?
yeah, I watched it. You didn't watch Brokeback Mountain?
no.
Hey, put it on.
No, we're not putting it on right now.
Keep that TV off over there.
How you not gonna have seen Brokeback Mountain? This is why you think that's cum in people's arteries, because you guys haven't watched normal gay movies. Watch a normal gay movie.
He really
Y'all
just described how hard he would be to be in Brokeback Mountain. Oh, I'm sure.
But y'all motherfuckers think cum is filled in the arteries like
No,
a heart
no,
attack.
one thinks that.
No
one thinks that.
No, he thinks
No,
that. He thinks that.
No,
Hey,
he
whoa,
put that
What is this y'all
and mentioned
business?
into
I
mine.
cum cholesterol. I don't know what the hell that is.
No, you want to.
Come cholesterol. We need to trademark that.
That, and then at the end of the day,
At the end.
Dude, look, if the script is good, what I'm saying is like a good movie is a good movie. And what I want is the audience to feel whatever they're supposed to feel. So if the script is good and the audience feels that, then I'm open to whatever it is. Like, I've never read a good script in my life where every other scene is just two dudes making out. There's not even any movie I've ever seen where it's a dude and a chick making out that often. So a good script, it doesn't have that much of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
he must have not watched the new season of Love Island then.
well, but that's not good. You just said Love Island. You have poor taste in stuff.
I ain't watching
I'm
that
just
shit.
being honest.
I ain't
You
watching that
chose
shit.
Love Island. Same thing. Everybody on Love Island, clearly, that sounds like a bunch of people with clogged cum arteries.
No, it's just a bunch. My fiance been watching that shit, and every time I like look at the screen, it's two people making out. Like just
Dude, I mean, that's
That's
a
the whole
reality show about two people. It's literally called Love Island. That's what, like, you know what I mean? Like, if I had an island called Cum Island, probably gonna be a bunch of cum everywhere. You know, that's
Brad's
clearly
being
the
real.
name of the
Brad's
island.
being real quiet right now because that's one of his favorite shows on TV right now.
This girl got him watching that.
You look like you would be on a reality show though, like that. You look like you could pull off
Oh, me?
reality show vibes. You do. You look like you would be the dude all the chicks are trying to make out with in reality show stuff. But
You know, my
look,
wife's sitting in the studio right
I
now.
know that she is. That's a flattering thing.
Austin's like,
don't you
fuck
think
no,
you act
Duncan's
like
ugly as
the
fuck.
husband in the
Fuck
reality
no.
show shit? Where's she at? She knows it. Don't he look like the hot dude in the reality shows? See, he does. That's a compliment. Look.
I'm just lucky
Yes.
she got a thing for ugly dudes.
Yes,
That's the only way
better
the
on him.
season
Called him a
worked out.
Q-tip earlier.
I mean, there's also a gay Q-tip probably would fit in one of them reality shows, dude. I
That's a
mean,
new character on the next Toy Story. Andy's gay Q-tip.
The next story.
I was about to say.
That's that.
And then look, we got the new Mr. Potato Head with the new nose on him.
That's that AI shit where it's like Toy Story 5, the new Rose toy
I
shows
was about
up.
to say.
Yeah,
I
the
saw that,
Rose.
the Rose, yeah. Sitting next to the
my
bed.
God.
whatever.
Mommy's got a new toy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
but yeah, you got teen drama vibes all over you, and it's not a bad thing. You gotta know what your vibes are.
Duncan looks like he'd be on
They
Teen
like,
Wolf.
you got what the Edward Cullen shit going on over
See,
here.
you
can
say
see
that,
it.
but I
Look like he's on Twilight.
auditioned.
Yeah, dude,
Hey.
dude, he's Turtle, you Twilight. That's what it is.
I auditioned for Vampire Diaries. I got to the last two on a part and I lost out. So I've been there. I had to look for a bit.
See? Yeah, I can feel that vibe. That's what I'm saying. Like, we all have that vibe. Own the vibe that you have. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say, I don't look like I just came out of a redneck trailer. I look like I sell meth out of my backyard.
Dude looks like
You
he was
know,
on Trailer Park Boys season 3.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I look like what inspired Trailer Park Boys. I look like that. I get that, you know, but you got to own that. You got to own that 100%. And
This is Randy's other cousin.
I met a bunch of them dudes, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's all, you know, this industry's filled with a lot of cool people, dude.
Well,
know?
you was telling us earlier.
man.
Tell us, like the Bert.
Oh, the roast,
yeah, you
the
said
roast stories.
Bert
I was
Kreischer.
telling you some roast stories. That that was so. I did the roast of Bert Kreischer again. Like that's why I like Tony, man. Like Tony got like without Tony being so nice, like Tony Hinchcliffe and Jeff Ross being so nice to so many of us, Brian Moses.
And he was on
These
Kill.
Wait, you was
guys-
hanging
he was
out with
on.
these guys like that, like talk about?
Dude, he
Yeah.
was on Kill
That's
Tony.
crazy.
Yeah, I
You
was
didn't-
on Kill
you
Tony.
didn't
Like,
see him
these
on Kill
people
Tony?
gave me the opportunities
No.
I got. So like, you know, and then Alex Dwong, RIP, just passed away.
You gotta share your videos
like-
with us of the ones that you on.
Yeah, of course, dude. And so he books me on this thing to do the roast of Bert Kreischer, right? And all we doing is helping them write, we ghost writing roast jokes. They running jokes by us. And then he goes, we're gonna pay a bunch of money. You're gonna dress like a giant like unicorn. And we're gonna put face paint all over you. And when Bert comes out, you're gonna come out with Bert all dancing like a little flamboyant unicorn. And I'm like, hi. And so he's like, that's what you're gonna do. And then Bert's gonna take his shirt off and the crowd's gonna go nuts. Oh, you hump in the air as a unicorn. And that's what I was like, all right, I'll do this. And so
Where did he come up with shit like this?
I don't know who came up with it. That's a valid point. I never got to talk to who came up with this. I don't know if Bert was like, you know what I need right now?
A unicorn humping
I
behind me.
need, no, I don't need one, but I need 2 unicorns. I need them to be shirtless. I need them to have face paint on. I want them humping the air, and then I want one dude dressed as a clown. So we got a clown and 2 stupid-looking unicorns. All right, and I don't know. I'm assuming maybe it was Bert or it was somebody else who came up with this genius idea. So we waiting backstage at the Comedy Store, and they are excited. They excited. The audience is pumped. They waiting. You can hear them out there. And backstage, all they want is for Bert to come out and take off his shirt. Bert comes backstage. He's got a blunt in his hand. And he lights that blunt. And we sitting just like this. Bert Kreischer, unicorn, clown. Sitting right behind the curtain. On the other side of the curtain is people, and Bert's smoking this blunt. He lights this blunt up, takes like 3 or 4 hits, and then I'm like, Bert ain't passing that blunt. He's just sitting there smoking it. And this dude sat there with a bottle of whiskey in his hand and this blunt and smoked that whole blunt to the dome. And 3 times during that blunt, somebody came up to us and said, hey, y'all ready? And Bert goes, almost. He kept smoking this blunt. And all I'm thinking is, come on, dickhead, pass the blunt. Like, don't be an asshole. Pass the blunt. He finished the whole blunt himself. The whole blunt. And then when he was done, he pulled out a second blunt. And he lit that. He took 2 hits of that, and then he passed it to me. And he goes, now we ready to go. And I was like, what? And we smoked that round of blunts. And then I was like, you know, lady comes out. I was like, hey, do we finish this blunt? And Bert was like, nah, just hold on to it. so we all like, who's gonna hold the blunt? Because I wanna be the cool guy who's holding the blunt, but I'm also like, am I gonna get in trouble for walking out on stage with this blunt? So like maybe I figure out how to give it to somebody else before we walk through these curtains. Somebody else be responsible for holding this blunt. So finally, like right when we come out, I'm like, hey, I hand the blunt to the other dude, and then he hits it, and then we just pass the blunt around while Bert's taking his shirt off on stage. Bert got so drunk and so messed up that, like, you ever seen a roast like of somebody where basically everybody goes around, they roast the person, right? When it's done, what happens? The person getting roasted gets up and they roast everyone back, right? Well, by the time it got to Bert roasting everyone back, they were like, and now Bert Kreischer. And Bert goes, nope. If you watch the video, he just goes, nope, we're good. Wrap it up. He was so plastered, bro. But I mean, it's some of them guys, man, it's, you know, I can't live at that level. I couldn't even keep up with that dude. That dude smoked 2 blunts to the dome. and finish off a bottle of whiskey like it was nothing. Like it was nothing. I can't even keep up with those guys, man. But, you know, they've been doing it for a long time. It's your roast, you know, and it was definitely like a grateful, life-changing experience. I got to work on that roast. I got to work on the roast of Whitney Cummings. Those were both really fun. And I'm grateful for those, man. You know, I love I've probably got a whole bunch of weird stories with a bunch of these weird people, but you know, I'm blessed that I get to do what I do and have the opportunity to be. I don't know if they know that I'm doing this, but all I'm doing is soaking it in, man. That's all I'm doing. You know, every time I'm around these people, all I'm doing is soaking it in like a sponge.
How was Epstein Island?
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. I mean, dude, like the crazy thing is when you get there, they got these needles and they inject you right here, and then they pull out all the cum in your arteries, and then
that way you have more capacity.
You got a little more. You can breathe so good. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. All right, this could sound weird, right? So it's just a random thought. I'm gonna give you my random thought. All right, like we grew up in the 90s, right? At some point, like we just found out about the whole Diddy stuff, right? Diddy became he was Puff Daddy, then he was P Diddy, then he was Diddy, then it was just Diddy. And then, you know, and he was just, now he's just noise like he's like a spectrum of autism or whatever. I don't know.
Kanye West, Kanye.
Yeah. So he's got all these things, right? And then it comes out like all these messed up things he was doing to kids, right? Somewhere in the 90s, somebody came up with the term diddling. Where did it come from? I don't know. I don't remember anybody ever having a reason to use the term diddling.
Which are diddling now.
Diddy wasn't even a thing yet. They were still Puff Daddy when diddling came out, but somebody knew that Puff Daddy was diddling. So I'm just saying the connection of the time period of when diddling came out and when Diddy be diddling happens to time out. And I was trying to figure out, like, you know, like who started that? Who can't? What is the chances that just happens to be the term we use? So that some little kid in elementary school was like, diddling seems like a good word for people touching me. You know, like, you know, like, no, that's not what happened. Somebody relayed a Diddy story. I'm telling you, and that has to be. It just doesn't make any sense otherwise.
I didn't realize.
Do you remember the first time you used the word diddling?
Yeah, but
think about it. Take a second. I'll wait.
He was housing those free calls in the 90s.
Crazy, but yeah.
It is crazy,
No, it
right?
is like
He was having that in the 90s, like free calls and shit. Like
Yeah, what do you think he was doing?
I thought that started like in like the 2000s, like more like.
Well, look, I didn't go
you
through
asked him like he was his scheduler. Hey, when did y'all? Like he's hosting the parties for him. Like when
he might have been the one.
he's got the calendar book.
He might have been the one that dropped off Justin.
Oh well, yeah. This weekend, the party. Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do to make it in Hollywood, bro.
Was that something y'all were doing back then?
What?
Well, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck you asking? Like what?
I mean,
I didn't know that. I didn't realize he was like doing those shenanigans in the 90s.
I mean, I think he was. I'm assuming. I don't think it just started when we caught the dude.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I mean? Like, hey, that takes time to get to that level of fucked up.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean?
It's true.
We're in 2026.
You don't just,
You don't just suddenly go from 0 to 100. You're like, hey, man, you know what I want to do today?
My thing
oil
is,
up some babies.
my thing is, we in 2026. You think that he was getting away with this for 30 years and not just 20 years?
I think he's been getting away with it for a long time.
Yeah, no, but think about that. Like, he probably went to a couple slip and slide parties. Like, wow, this is fun.
He
Now
was
let's
probably
add
like-
a different
He's
aspect.
probably like, man, you know what'd be cool if we bought our own island or something with it. You know, he was probably like, hey, man. You know, Diddy was probably the one that invented, remember that little alligator with the thing, you put the soap on it and you slide through the alligator mouth? You know what I'm talking about as a kid? Then he was probably on the one. He's like, hey man, let's get some slip and slides. He created that stuff.
Well, my thing with him is how did he even come up with the concept of putting Rufalin in baby oil?
Wait, what?
My mom used to put Benadryl in hot milk to make me go to sleep, so I don't know.
That's great. Yeah.
She bopped that shit. I remember she popped that shit as a baby. And I remember I reached a point where like I knew what she was doing, and I was like, "Hey, Mom, I can't sleep. You pop some Benadryl and some hot milk for me." She'd take the little pill and she'd twist off the cap, pour it in the milk, put 3 Benadryls into that baby, and
They must have went interview him whenever they were filming. Was that movie Shameless? Frank Gallagher. He pops the Vicodin on his Xanax, whatever it was, and starts rubbing it on the baby. And then puts a little bit of whiskey, follows it up on the whiskey. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, this will calm him down, no problem.
From somebody put that on the baby lips, you know.
All right, guys, let's take a break from Nick's shenanigans to talk about today's sponsor, Axis Machine Works. Precision isn't optional, it's everything. Axis Machine Works provides high-quality CNC machining and fabrication, backed by a team of skilled machinists who get it right the first time. From custom parts to complex runs, if it needs to be built right, it needs to be Axis. AxisMachineWorks.com. Now, back to the podcast. I want to get into Kill Tony stuff, but we'll talk about that after. First, we kind of started talking about your transition.
My transition. Well, it's been a good one, I'll tell you that.
Austin sat up in his chair getting ready, like,
No, he's about to be like, oh, here we go. Here we go.
His name was Bailey before this. I didn't tell you. But no, we wanted to talk about, how you got, we talked about kind of how you got into acting in the first place, but the decision to move out to LA and pursue it there, what that was like, and then kind of any advice you'd have for people from around here who want to pursue that path.
All right. Well, advice, I guess I'll start with how I did it, and then I guess I'll give you what I think would be advice.
Yeah, let's hear your story first.
I mean, I was in high school, and there was an acting program, and I found out about this acting program, and I went to check it out, and my dad was like, "No, it's expensive. I ain't paying for that." And so I was like, "All right, well, that sucks." And so then that acting program had like an acting competition in New York, and I was like, "Man, I want to go to this acting competition." My dad was like, "No." And so then they told me, "Hey, there's a scholarship. You can audition," and like 2 people were getting a scholarship. And I was like, all right, well, how does the scholarship work? Did the whole thing. So I got the scholarship. I auditioned, I got the scholarship. My dad was like, all right, well, if they paying for it, you go to New York, go do that. And so all he had to pay for, I think, was the flight. It was either the hotel or the flight. They covered the other one and all the other stuff, right? And so I went to New York, and I told my dad at this point, like while training, I said, like, this is what I want to do. Like, I think I want to do this. And he was like, absolutely not. You know, you're going to college. That's what you're doing. You're going to college. You got a scholarship to Nichols. You're going to college. And so I was like, well, there's like 5,000 kids at this acting competition. So I told my dad, hey, what if I win it? Like, what if I win the whole thing? If I win the whole thing, can I go to New York or LA? Either city, whatever city will take me that like seems right. Like just, let me know. And he goes, yeah, you win it, you could go. And so I was like, all right. So I went to New York and I won that bitch. And that's what I did. And when I was done, I came back and my dad was like, no. You're not going. You're not going. It's like you weren't supposed to win it. that was the general talk. He's like, look, man, you weren't supposed to win it. You gotta go to college. You go after college, But I had some agents and people calling. There was a guy named Paul Weber, who I don't know if anybody will ever cross Paul Weber again or he'll ever hear this podcast, but he worked for Warner Brothers, and I hope he does. My dad died. Don't worry, Paul. You got nothing to be scared of. But my dad, Paul called my dad, and he was like, hey, I'm the head of casting at Warner Brothers, and your son's going to be a star, and he needs to be out here. And blah, 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 right? And my dad was like, all right, I'm going to bring him out, and we'll meet with a bunch of agents. We'll sign with an agent. I went to Laugh Factory with my dad that night. We watched Dane Cook and Jay Davis and Robert Kelly, and it was awesome. And I'll never forget that. And Dane Cook, of those, are the only ones I haven't really got to know yet. I really want to get to know Dane. I hope I get to meet Dane. But Robert Kelly and Jay, I've talked to him, friends with me and Jay have each other's cell now. It's crazy. But we went out there and basically just I stayed, man. My dad was like, he made a promise, he stuck to it. And he always said to this day, to the day he died, he said, hey, when you find Paul Weber, tell him I'm going to beat his ass. He said, I'm going to punch him in the face so many times, and he ain't going to know where he is. And just because, my dad's eyes, Paul didn't stick to his part of the deal, But he did get me out there. And so I got out there, and I spent almost 10 years just, pursuing acting, doing my thing. It was a beautiful journey. I booked a bunch of things and all. And then somewhere along the way, I was doing improv. I thought I was going to be on SNL. That's what I thought. I was going to be on SNL. I was like, I'm going to be on SNL. I'm going to do the improv route. And I joined this improv theater, and I was doing 3 shows a week. And I was at the top of the top at the improv theater. And then the improv theater shut down.
Yeah, but is that something that you really wanted to be on, SNL?
I mean, I don't know, man. I would love to. I've always thought about it. But now that when I'm doing what I'm doing, I kind of see myself. Like, I see something different. Do I think it would be awesome? Yeah, I think it would be awesome. But is it 100% for me? I don't know. Because it would alter my life completely, and I'd be 7 days a week doing this crazy job with no breaks whatsoever. And I'd probably love every minute of it.
But I feel like SNL's not as big now as it was.
No,
when
it's
you were
not.
doing
That's all I was getting to.
Yeah.
Like, I thought like SNL kind of like dropped off.
But when he was doing this, SNL was
when
still
SNL was
pretty
big, back then. But I mean, right now, I think what I want to do is I want to make my own movies, and I want to do my own stand-up. And it's time to put out my comedy special. So it's getting to that point where it's about time to do this. And I didn't want to start over. That was where I was when that improv theater shut down. I was like, I got to start over. I got to go another place. I got to go another theater. I got to find another home theater, so to speak. And my buddy was like, stand up. It's like, you're doing the wrong thing. Don't do improv. Do stand-up. You can't make no money doing improv. Do stand-up. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's what I told you to be doing. You should be doing it. And I was like, all right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to commit 100% to this. And it didn't take long. It didn't take long at all. I'd say like a month into that, and I was so hooked. I was so hooked. And I just finally saw a path to what I wanted. It opened doors that I was like, oh, this is how I get things made around me. Like, that route that I was doing was following other people's paths. Stand-up is following my path. It's my path. It's my journey. People that are with me are not with me. And, if the studios come, it's the opportunity for them to build around me, not me fit into their mold, It's the only thing I could think of, the only place, where they've done that. I can't think of another path, and I realized that afterwards. If you think about it, like all these stand-ups that have been, famous stand-up comedians, they built TV shows around them. They built movies around them.
That's what I was about to say. And they play like the same character in almost all of them.
Yeah, they get these opportunities to like build their own actual like career and franchise built around them,
where if you're not in the stand-up world, you're in the audition world where you're just auditioning for other people's stuff and hoping you get a break, you know?
Yeah.
And for me, I was like, oh, this is me creating my own. This is the best way for me to be like, this is me building my own legacy. Nobody else is in charge but me. And so it hooked me, man, and I've been all in ever since. And I've never looked back. I love it. It's been there through thick and thin, you know. It's been through the divorce, through the next lady, it's through everything up and down. You know, but it's also like it's a really cool thing, like we talked about earlier, with like that feeling of acting that you get to give somebody, where they have this feeling, they get to feel all these emotions, right? They get to go through this thing if they're sad right now and they needed joy. Or if they just want to feel that action feel, right? Like you said, you want to see shit explode, you know? In stand-up, I'm giving you that feeling, but it's mine. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not somebody else's script that they wrote and their stuff. Like, this is me. I wrote this. This is my life. And I'm allowing people are feeling these things through me. And that is like an undeniable feeling. There's no better high. And I've done a lot of drugs. There's no better high. I've tested it. I promise you guys. And,
Not even if you mix a couple and
you
do them
mix
at the
a
same
couple, it
time.
doesn't matter. There's nothing better than that room just applauding you, and you can feel that they're feeling your story, your truth. It's really, really nothing like it, man. And you feel like a rock star, bro. I can't. Like, I get it. Like, I see it's the closest thing to being a rock star. I think the next closest things you could get feeling-wise to the feeling I have on that stage is got to be either just a rock star getting a standing O or a wrestler
Cocaine.
coming out. If you go,
What you said?
no,
I didn't hear
cocaine just
Duncan.
hurts now. Now it just hurts. I can't even do it. I don't even want to get into
Oh,
it.
you
I'm
said
angry
cocaine.
about the fact I can't do it. All right. But like you know, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, you know, when like a wrestler goes out and like that whole crowd just like chanting their name, that room, like. That's what it feels like sometimes, man. You're just up there, and it's just like when you get that pop, that big laughter pop, it's just the room rattles, and it's like you could feel everyone's energy. You know, it's such a beautiful feeling. Yeah, man. There's no going back for me, so I'm in. That's it.
Do you have
That's fine.
I'm hooked, man.
Do you have any advice for people like, say, from this, you know, small town Louisiana who
Do it.
might want to try for that?
My advice is do it. Like, fear just means that you care. Nerves just mean that you care. If you don't have any nerves or fear, then it means you don't give a damn about what you're doing. And so if you have that little fear in you, that little thing that's telling you like, hey, man, I don't know if you could do it. These are the things that could go wrong. And that means you actually care about it, because you don't have those thoughts when you don't care. You don't care about something, we don't have those fear thoughts. You know, so my advice is like, if you're nervous, but there's something telling you, pulling you back and forth between whether or not you go. There's no bigger regret in life than not trying. And I would prefer, you know, like to be on my deathbed saying I tried to do this than to be on my deathbed saying I never did. I never gave it a go. And, you know, if I had to do it, I'd say, you know, reach out. And my advice is like, don't be afraid to talk to people, because we forget that we're all human. You know, like we forget that we're all just people. And the reality is that like we put people on these pedestals like there's something greater than us, so we don't want to talk to them or ask for them advice. But think about it. Like, what would you do if you were here right now in Thibodaux or Houma and you were like, hey, man, I need to fix this part of my roof. I don't know what to do it. Wouldn't you just ask someone what you could do maybe to do it? Wouldn't you ask for advice before you just go hire somebody? And that's what we would do, right? If your bike broke, whatever it is, you'd ask someone, hey, man, you know how to fix this? Or you know how to do this? We don't do that in the entertainment industry. We think it's like, oh, I can't ask for help or advice from these people because they're way up there. They're just people.
Well, is it not some other factor that too is like they don't want to ask for advice just because they know like some of those people, it's kind of like never meet your heroes type of situation where they might kind of gatekeep some of that stuff because they don't want those other people to have the same success as them.
We are not in, I think this, people build stories in their head is what I think, but we are not in this as a competition. We're all in this together. And there's going to be a handful of people who see it as a competition or whatever it is. But the reality is it's like we think, hey, this guy doesn't want me to come up and ask for a photo or whatever because I saw that on an MTV clip or whatever. Bullshit. You telling me that if you worked your butt off to get where you are, you wouldn't want your fans coming up and talking to you? You wouldn't want somebody asking you for advice? You know, there's going to be a handful of people in any job or anything that are just dicks. That's just the way life is. You know what I mean? You go through a drive-through of the thing, there's going to be one random dude who's like a dick. They're like, why is that guy a dick? It's the same with entertainment industries. Yeah, you might come across a dick, but most of the people are sitting there itching for you to ask for them.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, you forget that. Like, they've been waiting their whole life for you to come up and be like, can I get a photo with you? Can you tell me how I can make it? Been waiting their whole life for that. But then we sit back and we're like, oh, no, they're too cool. We can't do that. No, man. They want it just as bad as you do. You know, we fight hard for this. We want to share it with people. I think it's a story that like the media builds and other people build that we are so cool that we don't want to hang out and share things. It's all bullshit, dude.
And that said, there's a big difference in what you'd see on TMZ where it's like, oh, this actor snubbed somebody asking for a photo, but that person come up and said, give me a photo now, versus somebody like, hey,
that might have been
I don't want to
500th photo.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Do
You
see
never,
what I mean? You don't
never know what
the
happened.
story of it.
You don't know
Yeah.
what that dude just went
There's
through.
a
He might have
difference.
just gotten a fucking car wreck, or he might have
Well,
just walked out. His mom might have
even
died.
more than that,
whatever the case.
they don't show the person asking beforehand. Was the person like, hey man, sorry to bother you, I'm a big fan, is it okay if I get a picture? That person's probably not getting a fuck you. But the person who's like, give me a photo now, I want a photo.
Yeah,
like,
there are people like
you know,
that
but
are
you never
rude.
see them asking beforehand, you know?
You see what's crazy though is I can't really think maybe one or two of like famous people that'll be like, I think one of them would be Elon Musk. Like, hey, can I get a photo with you? But I don't think there's any other like famous people that I'd be like, if I see them out in public, I'd be like, oh dude, I gotta get a photo with you. Or like, I don't really have that. Travis Scott.
It's different. It's
Travis
different
Scott-
for
Travis Scott
everybody.
and
Like
Elon
for
Musk.
me,
Other than that,
I don't
I
get
would
nervous
now.
around actors just because I grew up around them with my brother and all that. But like UFC fighter, dude, even if they're like a low tier UFC fighter who you guys might not even know their name, I'll freak out just because that's my world. That's what I look up to.
Yeah.
But you know, it's probably the same for you if you met like, you know, some big time, like you said, Elon Musk, but if you met some big time marketing genius or something like that, you probably would want a picture with and be like, oh man, that's cool. That's
No,
if it's
like-
someone you look up to.
He would probably like it more
Yeah.
than you realize, is what I'm saying.
That
Those
too.
people would, like, you know, we think that like they're too busy, or like we're scared that they're gonna be an asshole to us, and we don't want our, you know, our whatever. Here's the reality of it: go take a photo with that person, because if that person breaks your heart and they go, hey man, I don't want to take a photo with you, then you know what? Congratulations. You just found out you shouldn't look up to that person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Why would you look up to somebody who doesn't appreciate the people that got them to where they are in the first place?
Well, that's why I always admire Shaq. Like, if you ever watch his videos, like, they'll try to stop the crowd sometimes, but he's always like, no, let him come through. Let him come through. And then they'll either, you know, you always do something for him.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
actually, yeah.
I will sign an autograph for every single person that wants it. I will take a photo with every single person that wants
Okay,
it
but
to
you know,
the day I die.
You know what sets me off with like that, like what you're talking about? So just answer this question, and then once you answer it, I'm gonna tell you like what it kind of. have you ever charged anybody for a photo or an autograph?
No.
Okay, see, that's how it should be. I felt very awkward. You was with me. Whenever we went to this little RetroCon thing that he had, and he had all the movie actors that's like trying to get their name out and that did all these shows and all. And then
Those guys
they like
are different.
Yeah, they just they're
here's
trying
the
to get you to
thing.
sign and all. And I'm just like,
Wait.
when
Here's
it
the
dudes,
thing. I
That's
have a different
though.
opinion on that.
They are, when it comes to cons and stuff like that, like
Cons are
I went
different.
to Fan Expo the first time and I paid $100 to get a picture with Frodo, Elijah Wood, right? Elijah Wood. And they go into that, and that's their pay for being there. That's part of the contract. That's why they're even showing up, is because they're paid to be there.
I know, it just put
so
me in a
when
weird
it comes
position
to
whenever-
cons,
it just put me in a weird
That's just
position.
kind of the agreed upon
Yeah, what you
deal.
have
Like
to realize,
if you ask him in the
if an
street,
actor or someone is doing a con, they broke. Do you see what I mean? No, for real.
that's what I'm saying. Well, that's why it made me
Like,
feel
that
awkward.
guy
Yeah.
needs that money right now.
Well, I
and
feel like
that's
they be
why
doing
he's
some
charging
weird
you.
shit at those con-
If
like-
he didn't need that money, he wouldn't be
Well,
charging
well,
you.
me and Duncan was just
need
me and
it,
Duncan
but
was
like Elijah Wood is
He needed
is-
that money.
no, he needed that money because me and you were just talking to the
You
dude.
can't say it.
No,
Your
the guy
brother-
we talked to,
Your
yeah.
brother's been in spots where he's not booking at all. People go through phases where they're not booking and they need money, dude. And
I will
like
say a
some
lot
of
of
those
people-
wrestlers, some of those like celebrities, they go to those cons with intention to make money by doing photos and autographs.
A
They
lot
got
of
some
people don't
crackhead dressed up as
realize that.
Pikachu tasing people.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that. They hear about actors.
Here,
It's like
$50, you get shocked by Pikachu.
unless you're the top echelon, and my brother just went through this. If you're a decently successful actor, people go, "Oh, why did they get paid so much for this?" I want to say he was making 20, 30K an episode on his show, and he did that for a few seasons. But then he goes 3 years without a single job. And in acting, unless you are the top
now he's kissing
guys,
dudes.
so it's
It's kissing dudes, bro.
so it's like, yeah, you're making all this money like real quick. Oh, in a week you made 30K. It's like, yeah, but then you might not have a job for 2 years, so that 30K has to last you 2 years. So Robert Downey Jr., people like that, that's different. But for your average actor, even a decently successful one, they got to stretch that out for a long
Yeah,
time.
dude. I mean, if you don't save that money, you're screwed. You know, and most people don't save that money. Most people don't save their money.
It's a competitive industry. There's always somebody
Well,
coming up to
that's what
Especially
I-
now because
I-
everything's submit online.
Well, I was just reading that. What y'all call that? The SAG, SAG, so
SAG?
what? Huh?
SAG, yeah.
Yeah,
Screen
SAG.
Actors
So
Guild.
somebody said that there's 130,000 current people enrolled in the SAG program, and only 30,000 of those people have current active working jobs in the industry.
And SAG's a whole deal.
I looked it up
Getting
too. There's like probably a few 100,000 actors that are in SAG and 250,000 titties that do SAG. And
I mean, I just did I was a featured extra in this Kung Fu movie, and they brought me on, and they were talking about giving me a line, and then they ended up not giving me the line on the scene, even though they wanted me heavily focused. And I had talked to my brother. I was like, why do you think they didn't do it? They were so gung-ho about it. And he said, well, for them to have you do a line in a movie that's a SAG movie, if you're not already SAG, they have to pay $5,000 for you to say that one line
What
to
they had you
them on
focus
top
on
of what they
changing
paid.
careers.
But so since I wasn't SAG eligible yet, they would have had to front $5,000 just to have me say one line, right? So he was like,
But you know what's
"That's part
crazy
of the
though? I feel like
reason."
they don't give people a like. I don't know. Like
because they don't want to pay $5,000, that's why they don't give people chances no more.
Especially whenever you can have somebody
I
come
know,
in
but
like
that's
Shia LaBeouf
but that's
and
crazy
make a
because most of
Transformers
your
movie
talent,
fucking
most of your
millions and
talent is the
millions.
ones you don't expect.
So the way
Let's
you
be
get
honest.
the way you get
they used
SAG,
to do it all the time.
Yeah.
They used to Taft-Hartley people all the time. They don't do it anymore because they don't have the money anymore. But also, they built this stupid system. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just change the system. Just change the system so that people can work. I don't understand it whatsoever. I don't agree with it. I'll be honest with you. I don't agree with it at all.
Well, my thing is though too is you only get like very, very few actors that's like, oh fuck. You know what I mean? Like that's a fucking like they can act. Like good examples that I would say would be like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Love Leonardo DiCaprio.
Shia LaBeouf, like I was just saying earlier, like there's no fucking reason Transformers should have ever been as good as Transformers was. But the reason it was because Shia LaBeouf made those movies. Like, think about it.
He's a good actor. I will say he's a good
So
actor.
Now he's fighting people in
Now he's fighting people in the street.
Yeah.
He's, you know, and also, dude, who taught Shia LaBeouf how to fight? Dude, who? Shia LaBeouf fought like he looked like he watched some videos of the Ninth Ward. You know what I mean? Like he went watch videos or something.
Oh,
before.
they had like an actual
Because,
video of it? I didn't even
he
see a
had
video.
This move, he had the arm behind the back move, which is such like a ghetto move. And then at one point, if you watch it, I don't know what this is, but Shia LaBeouf did one of these. And
Hit him with the
and I
Popeye.
was like, who does the Popeye?
Well, you know what's the
Who
crazy
does
part?
the
let's
Popeye
let's
fight?
not talk too much trash about Shia LaBeouf. He's starring in my brother's movie.
No,
that
we're not
he's
talking
produced.
trash.
No, it's not talking trash.
I like Shia
No, you know
LaBeouf.
what's
I'm messing
crazy?
with
They
you.
made a comment. They were like, "Yeah, he went from Transformers to fighting Transformers."
Is he the producer of Creed? He's the producer
No.
of Creed?
That-
I was like,
no,
dude,
no, no.
What?
The movie-
Stallone was like, we're gonna give
I won't
this to
get
Shia
into too much
LaBeouf.
of it because I can't talk. But the
So it's
the
another
movie my brother produced recently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But that's
Shia
over.
LaBeouf is
They already shot it.
is the star of it.
but they already shot it.
Yeah, but,
Oh, then I don't care.
but it's not out. It's not out yet.
Well, they ain't gonna do good. Shia LaBeouf, he just punched people in the face. It's gonna do great. People are gonna go watch it because he just did a bunch of crazy stuff.
Fair.
I mean, there's nothing
Yeah, he
wrong
didn't
with
get
it.
no real time. I think he got probation.
Look, all
No, well,
I'm
they had
saying
to delay it
is
because
I'd
of
like
the,
to see Shia LaBeouf fight your brother.
Bruh, from what
Your
I heard,
brother's
almost happened a few
MMA
times.
Why they have to
skills
delay it?
versus Shia LaBeouf's
Because
drunk fighting
He's got to be
skills.
there for all the press tours, and if he's in prison or doing court dates, he can't be on the press tour. So they have to wait until that's all settled.
All right, you're not gonna tell me. I know you can't say much, but what do you think of this as a fighting method in general? Come on, be honest with
I
me.
mean, maybe good on Street Fighter.
Like I've never, bro. He did it in real life.
I need to see that video.
Bro, you gotta watch the video. The video's crazy. Video is insane.
It's like he's there to finish him.
Bro, here's the thing. Shia LaBeouf is the weirdest person I've ever seen, but also every now and then when he talks, it's like he spits these like little random bits of genius.
Oh yeah.
You're like, what the? How are these the same person? How are you sound so crazy one second, and then you sound so intelligently genius in another minute? Like I've never seen anything like it. It's like bipolar genius or
I
something.
think it's.
I don't know.
Well, I think it's part of his growing up, like just the atmosphere he growing up into. Like that's a different lifestyle. You gotta think about it. He was doing Even Steven from what, like 12, 13
dude,
years
he's
old.
been
Yeah.
some
How you
baby,
forget
dude.
that? Like I know that's the craziest
Like
thing.
think about that. So
Steven,
You
just
know,
do what-
imagine him
all
on it.
that.
He's just on Even Steven, just let's go, just beating up kids. Shia probably just needs to go get all that cum filled out of his
Well, think about all those
Yeah,
child,
too much cum
like,
cholesterol.
but think about all those actors. Most of them are crazy. Like, what was the one? They just showed him on TV. Now he's all like strung out.
Oh, you talking about the one off of Hannah Montana?
yeah.
Who's so strung out from
It's
Hannah Montana?
it was the little guy that had not the coconut hair. It was
Yeah, not
Rico.
coconut hair.
Rico off of Hannah Montana.
No, it wasn't him. It was the guy
Rico
from
off
Ned's
Hannah-
Class.
who the hell is
Ned,
Rico?
yes.
Nasty
Yeah.
Classified,
Who was it?
yes.
The dude
Kid
from
from
Ned.
Ned's
The
Classified.
coconut hair kid.
Yeah, now he's like all strung
I
out.
don't know who
and
this is.
No, it
Dude,
might
he
not have
was a
been
child.
coconut hair guy.
He was a childhood star, and then he
Yeah.
just went like now they got people that go up to him on TikTok, and he's just
Oh, he was like he's homeless. Like he's like
oh
a
yeah,
crackhead
it's bad.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
We used to hang out with those Ned's Classified kids, dude. They made fun of me.
Really?
Yeah, they.
Yeah.
I remember them coming to Matt Fahey's house. They all came over for a party and they're making fun of me because
Ain't there no
I
more.
had.
They live on the streets.
Well, we know one
yeah.
thing: you're not going to his house
you had
anymore.
one-
Them orderers,
Because I
getting
had-
them orderers,
I had
Clyde.
like that kid haircut where
Well,
my
the
hair was
joke's on
kind of
you,
here,
the
and
joke's
they
on
said I
him
looked
now.
like the guy Coconut Head from their show, and they were making fun of me for it. I was like 12.
You should get him back and invite him to your house because you don't have a house. I mean,
Yeah. Wait, I got what?
not you.
Oh, they don't have.
God damn, follow the ball, Duncan.
All right, what was before we go down Shia LaBeouf's crazy ass path? Because I feel like I wish I had Shia LaBeouf's number. I wish that's what I'd want to do right now. I want to call Shia LaBeouf.
He's
and be
Cajun.
like-
He's Cajun
like,
too.
hey man, tell me some
Yeah.
crazy shit. Give me some piece of advice right now.
Yeah, I know he was talking about like that's why he wanted to move down here anyway was part of the reason so he could like visit his family. Because before, well, actually, not
think
before.
he
Seems,
No,
you know
LaBeouf-
what? Now that you say that, Shia LaBeouf
Yeah,
does
no,
seem Cajun.
no, he's
His last
Cajun.
name's
does seem
LaBeouf.
like
His,
some dude you
his
see
last
down
name
the
is
bayou.
LaBeouf, but the only reason that it's changed and not like the other LaBeoufs around here was because his grandma did something or something crazy happened with his grandparents, and they had to change their last name and moved out to California, and they switched how they spelled LaBeouf.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact story
That's
behind
crazy.
it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was Cajun.
His last name's LaBeouf.
Well, I mean, LaBeouf, I've
a
always
shit ton
thought
of
he
LaBeoufs
sounded
down here.
Cajun, you know? He
His-
fought like
he got
a Cajun.
people. I think like his family is like up from like Shreveport area. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, so they're not
Alexander
real
Street.
Cajuns.
Yeah, that's
No,
not
no,
Cajun.
no, they're
that's
not
that's
Cajun.
redneck.
Yeah.
That's not just north of I-10. That's
That's,
like,
South-
north
that's
of north.
South Arkansas.
Yeah, South Arkansas.
Yeah. That's the side of him that fought like this. That's what it was. The Popeye side, dog.
Oh, we getting that wrap up song. We coming to that time. So what else did you want to get into?
Last thing I want to hear about you is, what was Kill Tony like?
All right, because I know you were asking me about that. Everybody wants to know about Kill Tony. Dude, I think Tony's awesome. I've got nothing but positive things to say about Tony. And I don't care what anybody else says. I think that Tony Hinchcliffe is one of the nicest people you ever meet in your life. You have to realize he is a comic who is just trying to make a living. And on top of that, like, he spends his time giving other comics opportunities. I am where I am because he took the time out of his day to talk to me and give me advice. And he's given me advice more than once. I mean, and he's given me good advice. Like, you know, I remember the time that I met him at the Kreischer roast. I was at the Kreischer roast, and we're backstage in the green room, and it's like me, Tony Hinchcliffe, Bert Kreischer, Donnell Rawlins.
What a fucking room.
I think it was Jeff Ross. What's his name?
How is he in real life?
Big J Okerson's
Big
freaking
J.
there,
Okerson,
bro.
that's my
Jeff
favorite.
Ross, how is he in real
He's
life?
awesome.
I just
Jeff's
don't think he's a
awesome.
funny guy,
Bro.
personally. I just don't enjoy his
Jeff,
comedy.
I'll kick his ass later.
Is Big J the same as he is when he
Jay's
plays?
so funny, dude.
He's my
Jay's-
favorite comedian besides
Jay's
you.
like a big cuddle bug when you meet him. But I'm in this thing, you know, and they walk in. I'm in the smoking area. I'm hanging out. I think it was like Kim Condon or someone was next to me, and she gets up and walks away, and all these dudes walk in, and they sit down next to us. It's me and Anthony Amarillo, I think, is there. There was two other dudes that were there. I can't remember their names, but as they walking by, I'll sit down.
Mike.
So they're all walking by, I'll sit down. And this guy, right as they pass, Tony just kind of leans into my ear and he was like, "You're already here, fly on the wall." And just walked away and sat down. And it sticks to me to this day. I was like, that's good advice, bro. Because 5 minutes later, two of those other comics got kicked out of there for talking too much. You know? And it was good advice, man. It's like, hey, man, you don't need to impress these people. You already here. You in the room already.
Just shut the fuck
Shut
up
the
and
fuck up. Take it in. Soak it in, bro. Like you here. Enjoy this moment. So I sat there and I soaked it in. I listened to every damn thing they said. I just soaked it in like a sponge.
why they got kicked out? They was just like
Because
random
they're
bullshit?
trying to be funny. These guys know how funny they are. They don't need us to prove them anything. Second, we taking away from their time. Yeah, get him out of here. Somebody somewhere along the way said that. Security can't see. You got to get out of here.
Crazy.
And I got to sit there and chat and listen and, you know. But I'll say, like, my experience on Kill Tony was I'm blessed that my episode had millions of views. That's the huge thing about it, is that if your episode has millions of views, people know who you are through Kill Tony. And it's funny. It's like I've been on Two Broke Girls. I've been on Black Jesus. I've been on Mind Him and See. I've been on Speechless. I've been on all these other TV shows. I've done a bunch of movies. And I go to comedy clubs. And no matter what I do, they're like, I'll give them all my TV credits. And they're like, well, weren't you on Kill Tony? And I was like, yeah, I was on Kill Tony. And they're like, oh, that's what we're going to put up there. You know, because it's such a, like, he's done that well with that show that it surpasses all of my movie credits and all my TV credits. And I got more movie and TV credits than a lot of these damn comics do. But you know, that show's just so popular. And I remember when I went on there, I got there, I was driving through, like you sign up. So if anybody doesn't know what Kill Tony is, you sign up and you get like 2 minutes on that stage. And then they rip you apart. They rip you apart afterwards. And so I'm driving, I've got my dogs with me, and I pull up and I park illegally and I run up to the front with my dogs and I'm like, hey, is sign up done for Kill Tony? And the guy's like, hey man, yeah, sign up's done. We just did the last comic's name. And I was like, dude, I just drove cross country. Like I literally just messaged Tony, I'm gonna be here. Like I'm driving through, I got my dogs. And he was like, all right, fine. So I'm literally the last name on that piece of paper. I sign up, and I was like, how much time do you have? He was like, you probably got like 30 minutes. So I grabbed my dogs, I got my car, drove to Motel 6 I was staying at, checked into Motel 6, put the dogs in the room, and then drove back to Kill Tony. And by the time I came back, the show had already started. And so I come in, and I'm like, where do the comics go? They go over here. I was like, all right, I'm going to go get a beer at the bar. I walk toward the bar, and before I even get to the bar, I hear, Bert, Badeaux. And I was like, oh, shit. Bert, Badeaux. And I look over, I'm like, oh, they called my name. I literally walked into the place, like 2 seconds after I walk in the place, they called my name. So if you watch my episode, I'm like, zigzagging through a crowd to get to the stage, and that's because literally I just walked into the building, and people were like, Bert, and they just directed me straight over there. So I go straight over onto the stage, do my set, and it was amazing, dude. I had a great one. I got a big notebook, but it's so hard to plan for. Tony's good at what he does, you know? I remember thinking to myself, all right, what do I not want him to make me do? How do I not, like, embarrass myself? And I was like, all right, don't tell him you used to rap. Don't tell him you used to rap. Don't do that. Don't tell him. Somehow, out of my mouth comes, oh, yeah, I used to rap. He was like, you used to rap? And I was like, no, damn it. I guess I'm freestyle rapping now with this live band. So I freestyle rapped on Kill Tony. It was fun. But he's good at pulling it out of you, man. He's good at figuring out what you don't want to say and like just pulling it, man.
Pushing those buttons.
But you know what's interesting is like those little things that you like can't plan for in that show. Like, I mean, the amount of people that have reached out to me since doing it in relationships that I have built through that show. I mean, it's in the hundreds, easy, and it's a remarkable thing, dude. This guy gives back to people. He gives you an opportunity, like you guys are giving me here an opportunity to be on this podcast. That's what he's doing for all these people. He's putting them out there.
He drops the ladder.
Yeah, man. And he's like, here's your chance. If you do good, great. If you don't, well, come back another time. But he gives these people an opportunity. And, like, the other thing is, like, look, I talked to him about this already. You have to remember this. Tony's literally doesn't need to do this anymore. And that's the truth. And that's why he did that Trump thing, dude.
What you mean, like you saying, like you don't need to do as an
financially?
Yeah, like he's
Tony
there.
don't need to do this show no more. He does not need to do Kill Tony. He made enough money off that one Trump gig that he don't need to do this no more. That one Saudi gig, he don't need to do this no more.
Like he's good for
Dave
life.
Chappelle said himself, he's like, I wait for them to call all the time. Like, if Qatar wants to call, I'm going to answer the phone. But he made enough to where he doesn't need anybody else's money. So if you think about it now, every time he does this show, he's just helping people. That's all he's doing. He's just helping people. He doesn't need the money. He could walk away from Kill Tony's show right now and just retire. And he doesn't. He does it because he likes helping comics. He likes finding the next big comic.
Well, you see, what I notice, and like across multiple industries, the more successful people get and like more money and things that they make, it's almost like a common denominator that they almost become like investment of people. And I see it with like people that are just very successful or that make a lot of money. They change their gear shifts. Like Austin's one of the people actually right here sitting on the podcast. Like they just change their mindset of like I'm an investor into people and my employees type of scenario. You know what I mean? And I would assume that's almost like what he's kind of doing too is he's investing into people, right?
He is. He took, like, if think about it, it's like, hey man, he took one gig from Trump so that he can never have to work the rest of his life, and now he spends the rest of his time helping comics have a platform. You know what I mean? He took that and he turned it into something. And it's like, I'm never gonna hate anybody for that. That guy is doing something good with his life, man, and he's helping other people along the way. He's not worried about himself. He's not worried about his next comedy special. He doesn't give a damn about any of us. He literally helps people. And a lot of the time, he helps people that need it more than us, man. Like, go look at some of these people, dude. He's helping people with autism and cerebral palsy.
Dude, did you see the one that just came out?
Dude, like, he's helping comics that, like, wouldn't have a shot, and they funny, dude. And he's giving them a shot, and these clubs won't give them a shot because of what they have.
But it's funny you said, though. I just seen the one with the guy with autism, dude. That was the funniest thing. One of the guys, I don't remember, it was not Kill Tony, but it was the one of them that sits next to him. I don't know his name, but he said, dude, what's going on with this deal right now? And the guy's, you know, he's got autism. He's like, well, autism runs deep in my family. And as a matter of fact, he's like, oh, no doubt. He's like, yeah, I'm sprinting and we're winning the race.
Oh, yeah, we said that video. I
I'm sprinting and we're winning the race.
He said, oh, we're winning the race. But, dude, it was funny like that. And I even follow the one. I've been seeing, and you might know him, but who's the black guy that they always got on Kill Tony that you see he's coming back several times. He's got the dread.
Yeah. He's on Saturday Night Live.
Cam,
now.
well, that's the dude with the rocks.
He just
Yes.
played.
I'm not autistic, but I like rocks.
He just played.
That was the person.
He
Yeah.
just
Great
played.
line, dude. I'm not autistic, but I like rocks.
I like turtles. That just remind me. I like turtles.
They're like, what do you mean you like rock?
You saw him play Snape on SNL.
Yeah,
He played Black Snape.
No, he played Black Snape. No way. That's funny.
So
I gotta go watch that, dude.
we get in this podcast off with one final question. So what would be your definition of success?
God, dude.
I know. I feel like that's a good question that we
That's
came
a
up with.
good question, dude. Making enough money to raise a family, but doing it while working with friends. To me, that would be my definition of success. I just want to be able to eat and feed my family, and I want to do it while I'm with friends, man. I've worked with a lot of different people, and there's no better joy than working with the people that you love, that are your friends. I think I choose that any day of the week. Every project I've ever worked on, everything I've ever done where I got to work with friends, are my favorite ones.
I saw another podcast clip of somebody speaking the other day, and I think it was actually Kevin Hart, and he said he was like, they asked him, I was like, yeah, what is it like being at the top or whatever? And he was just saying, you know, he was like, yeah, I'm at the top, but if you notice, I have a lot of my friends and stuff like that I put on that is also at the top with me, because he's like, it's lonely at the top.
It's
I don't want to
lonely
be
up
here.
there, man.
I don't want to be here by myself. I want to be here, and I want to be having fun with the people that surround me and building things together. So like that's why he kind of built that little friend circle and group that he kind of built.
Should be, man.
And that's what he was basically saying. He was like, man, this shit, like, he's just like how you just said, like, I want to work with my friends and be able to do things like that. He was just like, dude, it's lonely at the top. If you ain't got people there to share those experiences, do you want to be on a fucking yacht in the middle of the wherever by
I don't
yourself?
want to be on a yacht by myself.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to be on a yacht that's filled with my friends.
Do you want to be on Jeffrey Epstein's island with just you and Jeff?
No, that's creepy. That's so creepy. That's even creepy. It's just you, Jeff, Diddy, the Diddler, and y'all over there. Man, I couldn't do that, dude. You know how quickly you'd have clogs
You know, there's so much cum clogged in your damn lungs that way. You know, you're gonna end up spitting that out just with a.
I think Diddy has the same motto. He wants to be at a party with all his friends.
We
also.
we gonna watch his next comedy special, and it's just gonna be straight cum jokes about.
We're gonna be like, hey, we started that.
Medical cum jokes. I just said the medical systems come.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see a special.
Because I didn't realize how long they've been hiding this from us, and now I know that the medical system has been hiding this, and every time I get that feeling in my chest that feels tight. Now I know it's just cum. Like, you know, like I didn't realize that. I appreciate you teaching me that.
Let one out,
you know?
The more you know, you know.
No Nut November is dangerous, man.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something crazy. Look,
Oh, please don't tell us something
red
crazy.
again.
No, it's a cum
Look,
widowmaker.
it turned red again.
Dude, it's been changing colors the
I
whole
know.
thing. I wasn't gonna point it out, but I'm like, what the fuck's going on with these things?
We'll figure it out for the next one,
Oh my god, dude.
But
It's
look,
been a pleasure, man.
dude. Thank you for coming
Oh,
on.
dude.
Wait,
Thank you,
podcast.
man.
Wait, let's get your info.
Oh
first.
yeah, I'm sorry.
yeah, shit.
Yeah,
All
wait.
right, well, I'll give you that too.
Oh yeah, to
There you
that
go.
camera right there. Let people know
What's
where they
up?
can find
Yeah.
you. Social media, all that.
If you are around this Sunday, come see me at Howlin' Wolf. And then when I get back, I'll be at Laugh Factory in Los Angeles. And please follow me at Badeaux, Bear, just like the Bear, the TV show. So Bear and Bad. And that's pretty much it at Bear Badeaux on all my socials. Instagram, Facebook. It's the same for you guys. Please follow me. Share, reshare if you like. That's the way you help a comic. Liking their page, following us, resharing our post. That is how you help a comic these days. So please do that.
And then also you spell Badeaux, B-A-D,
Badeaux
for any non-Cajuns out there.
For all the
Yeah,
Yankees out
you know,
there.
the non-Cajuns, they're not going to know how to spell
No,
it.
no.
I always say just look up bear and then bad, and it'll pop up. You know, the old part, they ain't going to figure that part
We should
out.
have asked him how he likes his gumbo.
You know? Look, how I like my gumbo with rice, bitch. What the
No,
fuck
no.
you
See,
talking about?
that was a whole debate. We're not going to start a whole other thing over, but fuck
It
it.
was like onions.
All we
or
got to
roux.
say is roux or no roux.
Roux or no roux with no gumbo.
That's the stupidest question I've ever heard in my
Okay.
life. Roux. What are you
All right,
talking
all right,
about?
all right.
All right. That's it.